TEDP Training Part 6, Adding Education to the Final Note. TEDP generates home care and interim links on a 2 to 8 hour or greater follow-up interval. This is the final phase to complete the triage encounter note. Please refer to your leadership on providing education and medication advice to the caller during telephone triage. In this tutorial, I will briefly demonstrate how the links can be used as a reference for providing education and how to ensure education is documented in the final note. An in-depth overview for providing education to the caller is available as a webinar. You may self-register for this class by visiting the TEDP blog. So let's jump in to educating the final phase. As you can see, links have been included under patient instructions. I can use the links as a reference when I'm educating my caller. To do so, I simply click on the link to open it up and the home care section in the library content will open. I can go ahead and use this as a reference point, such as telling my caller to get plenty of rest, avoid exposure to secondary smoke, gargle with warm salt water. I'd like to document the topic that I discussed with the client on the phone call. To do so, I simply mark verbal. I then return back to the results page. As you can see, the verbal is marked. This means on my final TEDP note, the topic of bacterial pharyngitis home care will be included in my documentation. I can continue to do so for each topic that I would like to open and discuss with my caller. So I could go ahead and open this one and educate the client on sore throat in adults, what to do, home care. Again, I can mark verbal, but if I forget to mark verbal from the content library because TEDP has generated this link, I can do so from the results page. Again, doing so will include the topics I discussed in my final note. You may also copy and paste educational material from the libraries into the education log of TEDP. To do so, open the library, select the topic you want to discuss. You can highlight it, copy it, return back to the results page and paste in the education. If I want to remove or add additional content, I can add additional content by visiting another one of the links, opening it up and copying and continuing to paste under each and every topic I discuss. If I need to delete anything, such as the non-prescription medication or sore throat sprays, I can go ahead and highlight from this section and delete from the education log. TEDP also empowers you to create a web link to send to the caller via email or text messaging. Creating a link allows the caller the flexibility to learn on their own time, or as we say, when they're ready to learn. To create a web link, simply select Web, and the program will create the link for you. And this link can be retrieved in the final note. We will discuss retrieving the link in the final note, Training Part 7, Making the Final Note.